Good morning students, today we are going to discuss Ice Candy Man by Bapsi Sidhwa. Another name of this novel is Cracking India, which is about the emotional, cultural, religious and political sufferings caused due to the partition of India in 1947. So you can also say that this novel is a partition novel. And yes, it has been adapted into a movie named Earth 1947 directed by Deepa Mehta. Amir Khan is the lead actor in this movie and it was a super hit during at that period of time. Another important information is that this novel is claimed to be 100 most influential novels of all time by BBC News. Alright, so without any further delay, let's quickly get on to the summary. So the plot starts before partition and the narrator of the story is Lani Sethi, a little girl. She is a Parsi child and lives in Lahore. She is telling everything from the age of 4 to 10 years. An unfortunate thing about Lani is that she is polio infected child and we have the glimpses about her family, day-to-day life and political events that were behind the partition. And the most important thing in the novel is the violence that followed the partition of 1947. Alright, so the story sets the timing between 1943 to 1948. Lani has a deep relationship with her ayah Shanta. Shanta is a Hindu and only 18 years old. She is beautiful and wooed by a number of admirers in Lahore. One of her admirers in Lahore is Ice Candy Man. But the novel depicts that how women used to be subjugated in the society at that period of time and how partition made the condition of women even worse. But you see, all the women at that period of time were united. Most importantly, Lani's grandmother, aunt and mother used to help victimized women. As growing up, Lani learns how men hurt women and suppress them. As they belong to upper class middle family and she has access to different religions, basically Sikh, Muslim and Hindu, because all the servants of her house are from different social and religious backgrounds. She also finds people discussing only about politics because just now World War II has ended. Everyone in Lahore is skeptical about what India will face in the long run. Political leaders like Mahatma Gandhi and Ali Jinnah were demanding freedom from the Britishers. And as it moves forward, we find religious intolerance becomes the center point of this novel. There is an incident when Lani visits the village of her cook Imam Deen. Here she feels very happy that how villagers are cooperative with one another. All the villagers also pledge to protect each other. But later on, everyone including Sikh, Muslim and Hindus who have been neighbors for centuries is ready to kill one another. Through the eyes of a little girl of only 5 to 6 year old Lani, the writer asks reader to understand that it is not the cultural differences but religion is one of those things that impact human lives. And as the novel moves forward, we reach the year 1948. Now the Britishers have left India. They have done the partition. Lahore no longer belongs to India but to another nation of the world map, that is Pakistan. Almost 7 million Muslims or 5 million Hindus and Sikhs are either migrating or are forced to live on violence. Many are being killed. There was also a news that all passengers have been killed in a train carrying Muslim from India. And all this is happening on Lani's birthday. She also finds that the humble and such a nice guy, Ice Candy Man, also joins the mob out of anger. Ice Candy Man is a Muslim and he attacks Hindus and Sikhs. All the servants of Lani turn against each other. The gardener of Lani's house, Hari, converted himself to Islam out of fear. And Ayah Shanta's suitor for marriage, Masoor, is killed at the chowk. As we have already discussed, Shanta is a Hindu girl, so the Muslim community begins searching Shanta to kill her. The mob reaches the house of Lani, but as they were Parsi, the mob didn't say anything because Parsi is not involved in violence. On the other hand, Ayah Shanta hides herself fearing that she will be raped and killed. So she hides herself in Lani's house. But Ice Candy Man comes out of the mob and asks Lenny about Shanta. He says, "You can trust me. Tell me, where is Shanta?" Lenny trusts him and tells him about her. Ice Candy Man finds Shanta and hand over to the mob. After that, Lenny does not know what happens to her Aya. Towards the end of the novel, one day Lenny and grandmother find Aya Shanta with two men in a car. On looking closely, they find that one of them is Ice Candy Man. Ice Candy Man converted Shanta to Islam. He married her and then get her into the business of prostitution. It is very surprising to Lenny and grandmother. They want to help Aya Shanta, so anyhow they get into talk with her. As they meet her, Shanta begs before Lenny and grandmother to take her out of all this and send her to India. On looking at the condition of Shanta, Lenny and grandmother were so much depressed about it. As they were from upper middle class family, they have good connections, so they made Shanta out of that place and sent her to India. At last, when Ice Candy Man hears about it, he also tries to go to India to find Shanta. And so you see how the condition of women got worse after the partition. The whole novel is centered around the subjugation of women during the partition of 1947. And with this, we come to the end of this novel. I hope you found the video worth your time. Do not forget to like this video and subscribe the channel for more such updates. That's it for this video. Thank you.